Hi, everybody. This is Maggie McGarry. I am a veteran association communications professional. I have spent my entire career in the association sector and have spent the past decade doing social media, online community management, and digital marketing for various associations across the size continuum from tiny to huge. So obviously, it comes as no surprise to anybody who knows me that to me, obviously, one of the biggest challenges that has faced and will, continues to face associations is just the way that social media and digital have just changed the game. When I started in social media in associations about 10 years ago, the conversation was, well, do we really need to worry about this? And social media is just a fad, and Twitter is just a bunch of people talking about, what they had for lunch. And that was, an ongoing conversation and something that, kind of dominated the conversation for several years. Here we are 10 years later, and a presidential election later. And we're kind of to the point where that ship has already sailed. So, to me, the fact that we're still kind of having these same conversations, or if not having the conversations, understanding the ways that, social media and digital work and impact every part of an association from, leadership, membership, just everything throughout the association. It's not just, adding a volunteer or hiring a millennial or an entry level person or buying a tool or, getting on Instagram. Social media and digital, I will just stick to social media just to, keep it briefer. But basically, social media has changed the everything. That it's changed the game. It's changed the news cycle. It's changed the revenue model for businesses across the spectrum. It's changed marketing. It's changed campaigning. It's changed politics. It's changed fundraising. It's just changed everything. And it's been my experience as both a full-time association staffer, a consultant, a volunteer, a freelancer, that associations are not getting it. And that's not to say that, they're not trying or they don't care. It's such a big change, and it's not like a bolt on it to do, to make the transition from the way we always did business to the way we do business now and will have to do business to remain relevant and competitive into the future. It's so much bigger than, just Twitter or just social media, but those are certainly parts of it, and it all kind of goes together. So not to nerd out on this or anything, I'll just wrap it up by saying, the bottom line is that social media is here to stay. It's not a fad. It is bigger than anybody thought it would be 10 years ago, certainly than I did. And there are some real fundamental advantages that adapting a digital mindset, digital strategy, and just kind of retooling the entire way associations work around kind of the principles of this new way of communicating, this new news cycle, just the pace of life and attention these days. Associations, in my opinion, are vital to society. They are super important. They have a tremendous amount of value and need to succeed because, in my opinion, society needs that. So, it's not that serious. Luckily, it's easy to fix, but I think it does require some conversations that go beyond just the, let's hire a millennial to do this, or let's, can we get an intern to do this? There's some really, deeper, more important, kind of more daunting conversations to have, that center around social media and the way that they're, those tools, and just that mentality has changed business and will continue to change it. So I will leave it at that. So if you want to continue this conversation, you can find me on Twitter at Maggie LMCG. Thanks.